Yes. Well, way to go back in the archives and find that, our resident librarian. These two are off, going through our final levels 6 through 9 block of the night. What do you think about these two boards, Zook?
Well, Dimwit's is a little stacked on that right-hand side. He's knocking it out, but that gap that he's got is going to be well, it's not ideal, partially because there's just so much red all over it. On JB's side, he's got a lot more, well, he had a lot more color diversity, but now it's now it's all yellow and blue.
I was gonna
So
say.
pretty similar at the moment, actually.
Yeah, I was saying, "Oh, man, I like JB's board a lot better than Dimwit's." Never mind. Yeah, I mean, look at those reds. You underclearing them is gonna be really difficult. I think we saw JB think better of it because of that red that's on the bottom. And so he's just gotta wait for all the blue, yellow in the world, luckily cooperating with him a little bit. Meanwhile, look at that, red staircase for Dimwit. I'm not sure. Yeah, that I think that double yellow was a misdrop, but he's already fixed it up because of the RNG.
He wants to get that red undercleared on the left-hand side, but I think he wants that to be like the last thing that he does, knowing that that's going to create a lot of garbage as he gets a really nice, hey, I
Mhm.
didn't see it combo out, which is the dimwit way. JB out at a 128, he's going to be out first.
Mhm. Yeah, things came together for him. He was just able to whisk that all that yellow off the board. And now I can say before anything happens that I did like JB's board a little bit better to start, but look at the great horizontal that Dimwit is setting up at the moment.
He wasn't able to do it without garbage, but it
Mhm.
did come through, and he cleared the garbage out pretty quickly. Going to get some nice double plays out of this, and yeah, just really nice. And honestly, getting that left side cleared out is a good thing because when we look at JB's board, he had left and right side. Now it's just the right hand side. Honestly, everything I was going to say is already out of
Mhm.
date. But oh, look at all the red and blue, red and yellow on JB's side. There we go. We'll say that.
Yeah, but like I really kind of vibing to the way JB's playing. I'm looking at it and it seems very measured. He's doing these small tucks. Nothing seems to be very frantic on the board. And I think the red is coming, but Dimwit is out at a 244. So he's there first. JB just needs some of the reds. And I was hoping this red yellow blitz would be long for him, but he's just gotta wait it out. Sweet tea for Dimwit to start his level, followed by think what was a misdrop.
And JB out at a 257. That's I'd be very happy with that time. That was a really good level 7 for him, and we're just really good play, and getting some decent RNG, but not perfect, and really managing to work with it. That was just a really good board. But now Dimwit is he's just being Dimwit. A lot of good stuff coming out of his board right now.
Yeah, he's very patient. He likes to make those good big brain plays. And but now he's set up his board to be pretty straightforward. He's got a nice horizontal possibility with those yellows down in the left hand side, but most of it's just going to be pretty straightforward and vertical. I think. I mean,
Yeah,
not
it's
all of it can be taken off horizontally.
a bit of a spire that he's got going on. I,
Hmm.
I think he wants some horizontals to go, but outside of those triple yellows, I don't know that there's really a good opportunity to do that.
Hmm. Yeah, because I think he's gonna take the red vertically afterwards. And so back to JB's board, just looking pretty standard. Like he doesn't have a lot of garbage. There's some good double opportunities at the end of this board. I think it just sort of, falls out to is the yellow gonna come at the right time for JB? You know, is the red yellow gonna come so he can take out that horizontal? Dimwit's already out at a 434, but JB's in pretty good shape, actually. A little bit of everything will do it for him.
Yeah, he's actually free and clear, with the exception of the fact that the red and or the yellow and blue over on the right hand side were stuck, but he got the right pills for it and is out at a 453. It's a sub 5 with a triple to start off and a double right after it. Make that another double. And yeah, no, you can't start your 9 any better than that.
Yeah, and speaking of nines, so Dimwit's ahead by about 10 viruses, but notice his board is completely split at the moment. Beautiful play to start this level, but now I think it's going to be kind of a vertical waiting game. But luckily, that double yellow just what Dimwit needed to really take a lot of this down. So smooth sailing for him. Nice pace.
Unfortunately for JB, what he's looking at is red
Mm.
and lots of it. And it's all stacked up in just the right way to really make it to where that's what he needs. Like he's got minor access to other colors, but not really what he wants. But he is finding ways to drill that down. Um, but I fear that it is not going to come quickly enough for him, as Dimwit is really just hammering home. He's going to get the red, and bit of a, can't tell if that was too many. Okay, yeah, he's shaking his head. That is two
Yeah.
misplays in a row. It looked obvious from where I was sitting. I was like, well, maybe not. Maybe he's doing something. But I did win out at a 610, and doing the patented savage head shake. But he does get the win out of this one.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, it's interesting because you do a misdrop like that, and sometimes like you even have your dash set up, your buttons pushed before that pill is falling, and so you're gonna make a misdrop when you overcorrect the other way. Um, but luckily it wasn't RNG wasn't too punishing. And JB out, he's going to be out under 7 minutes as well. Great time for him. His PB in this
Absolutely.
level block is 6:33, and we saw him playing very smoothly. So that was a great game from both players.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get his uh, I forget what we call the tiebreaker there in the standings. Trying to get his clear rate down a little bit, and that's really going to help with that really
Mm,
good level block there.
yeah, clear rate. Tell us a little bit about that statistic. Ook.
Oh goodness. Well, boiled down to brass tacks, it's about how many seconds it takes you to clear a virus on average. So that is a number that really gives benefit to uh, later gameplay. So, the later you are in the level block, the more viruses you've got, and therefore the faster you can clear them out. But essentially, it's our tiebreaker for when folks are tied with our channel point with our tournament points, and yeah, it's kind of difficult to define. But then I'm not a math person, so maybe the math person should be describing it.
Good point. I did kind of put you on the spot there as these two players get started. Dimwit has something brewing here.
There it goes.
I smell a red yellow coming. Yes. Beautiful stuff from Dimwit. And JB's got a good combo set up as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, those combos are really coming, and he's getting the pills that he wants. Uh, not a common feeling in Dr. Mario NES, so definitely definitely
Mhm.
something you take advantage of when you get it. Those red blue setups are golden for him right now because that's what he's going to get a lot of, and he's taking advantage of every bit of those red blues.
Yeah, it's interesting though. I mean, he was sort of waiting and alternating where he was putting those red blues, so I wasn't quite sure of his plan, but he was avoiding some drop time. Meanwhile, Dimwit is doing great himself on this level, just needs some yellows. And of course, they stopped coming just for a second, and he will be out at a 120. Very nicely done. And meanwhile, the two blues that JB needed um, got there for him, and he will be out at 0 seconds.
Yeah, we didn't get, or JB didn't get his timer started. That's not a big deal. We've got folks who watch this and will be making rulings if it is not clear who the winner is. However, in fact, I'm pretty sure Dave, our restreamer, is already double checking things. But yeah, these guys are definitely putting on a good set of levels so far for us.
Hmm.
a
Yeah, and
really
so
complicated thing JB's doing, but it's gonna work.
yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. So look at Dimwit. He's got a really nice opportunity to take down these reds horizontally and nice swim from him. So he's going to build up a platform probably and get that red working um, for himself. But it's a very small lead for Dimwit right now, actually.
Yeah, JB is really just he's playing smart. I'm wondering if he's taken some time, simplified his play, done the exact sort of thing I should be doing, which is trying not to make things too complicated and just playing the smart and simple game. Because that's what we're seeing out of his play, and it's working for him. It really is. So he's got some good stuff going on, and Dimwit, of course, is Dimwit. He's always going to play well. As he's got one more, he's going to be out at about a 301.
hmm Yeah, and he was trying to avoid some drop time um, there at the top of that board. So now he's already going to town on this level 8. Um, Nice drop. I did not see that horizontal dropping the blue virus or blue pill halves down to the bottom there, but that was a really nice move from Dimwit.
Absolutely. JB out of level 7 again at 0 seconds. This is just
This
an
is a record pace.
unprecedented. Yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, he would appreciate us giving him grief over it. Anyway, as as he's again just playing a good game, not making too many misdrops. Uh, there we go. I was wondering what Dimwit was setting up, and there it was. And I gotta
hmm
say, I'm impressed. I wouldn't have thought to play it that way, which is kind of how I'm used to feeling when I watch Dimwit play anytime.
hmm But he is sort of setting himself up. I thought he was setting himself for some weird fat log dependency, but then I forgot that there was a red underneath that. But we'll see what he does because he's making his board kind of built high up there. Meanwhile, JB looks like he was not happy with the rotation he just made in columns 5 and 6. Although he gets a nice combo there, he's got a lot of work to do on this right hand side that's slowing him down.
Ooh, that was a
Ooh.
misdrop there.
hmm
I know where he wanted to put that pill. Hopefully he notices that he's got this horizontal setup down here on the bottom of his board. So really, he doesn't need to do a lot of cleanup. It's just a matter
hmm
of getting access uh, down to those viruses on that right hand side. But those double yellows on the bottom, they'll take care of themselves as soon as he sets a yellow down, any yellow down on row 2.
hmm
There he goes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the blue is still going to require a bit of work, but he's going to get that knocked out in no time at all. Meanwhile, Dimwit
Meanwhile,
gets a
yeah,
sweet tee
that's a
and
really
is,
nice feeling.
yeah, he's out at a 510.
It's always great to end a level with a nice move like that. So you notice that Dimwit at the beginning of his level was putting yellow on that right hand side, even though there wasn't a yellow virus there. That's like, you know, a good garbage move because there was no use for that. Notice he's doing that over on the right hand side again, and because red is not um, going to be too much of a problem, he can do that and not worry about holding out. But so a nice start to level 9 for Dimwit as JB finally out of level 8.
With manufacturing that horizontal, always an option. Um, sometimes it saves time, sometimes it doesn't. Usually, you get the piece that you needed the second you start manufacturing, your horizontals.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
he gets what he's looking for, and this is one of those remember to go fast boards because it's having to be very cerebral, and it's one of those things where you might find yourself getting bogged down. I know I do in making your plans and forget, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be running this fast.
Oh, I was really hoping for JB to do that combo, slipping that double blue in, and he did. So nice job. And he is really still keeping it very close with Dimwit here. And Dimwit looks like he's got a pretty straightforward plan for all of these blues in the center of the board. Um, yeah, but this double blue is going to be awesome for a combo into an L.
with just a few viruses left, it does look like Dimwit will be taking this one unless something crazy happens.
Don't
And
jinx it. Don't jinx it. We need to chill vibes tonight.
yeah, we will get a confirmation from from anybody we need to, but it does look pretty clear
Mhm.
that Dimwit has won this one. However, this was a really good game from both players. Be sure to give them a follow. These folks, everybody taking part in this puts in a lot of time and effort. And if you like watching Dr. Mario, you don't have to wait until the last couple of weekends of the month. You can totally check out these players who play this generally on a weekly basis. So
Yes.
come follow all of our people.